Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into some serious relationship drama. Chantel has grown suspicious of Prince's loyalty, believing he's using her for a green card. Prince, on the other hand, is fed up with the accusation and claims he wants to marry Chantel someday. But here's the kicker. Prince says he couldn't contact Chantel for 3 months due to losing his phone and having no internet access in Ghana. Let's break this down.
Ms. Anderson, you brought this case. Talk to me.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, I am here because I'm just completely frustrated. I feel like my boyfriend has abandoned me. I feel that our communication is just completely poor, and I feel like he has no respect for my career. And if we don't come to some kind of conclusion, I'm gonna have to go my separate ways.
And Mr. Boateng, Ms. Anderson makes a big case that something's got to change or it's not going forward. What do you say?
Your Honor, we are here because of my girlfriend, Ms. Anderson's behavior in terms of anger management and being temperamental sometimes, being bossy, and most of all, living in the past. And in as much as I love her, if she can't let us, work this thing out, then I guess we both have to go on our separate ways.
So let's see if this relationship can be salvaged. Ms. Anderson, why don't you tell me what has become your major concern? I know that you've said you felt abandoned. You felt like you're in this relationship alone. Why don't you walk me through what you mean?
I do, yes, Your Honor. Well, at the beginning, Prince and our relationship was amazing. We had great times together. We shared amazing memories. I did walk into the relationship knowing that he was a truck driver and that would take up and consume a lot of his time. Through communication, anything is possible with two mature adults. With the abandonment, I honestly feel that it all started when he initially took a trip out of the country that was supposed to be a short trip to visit his family back home in Ghana, where he originates from.
How long was the trip supposed to take?
The trip was supposed to be just a few weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks tops.
And how long was it?
He was gone for almost 3 months, Your Honor.
And during those 3 months, tell me about the communication.
For the first 30 days, and to be approximate, more like 42, there was no communication.
And you know that number. It was interesting. You know exactly the number because you were tick-tocking off the days like, yo, I still have not heard from him.
Yes, ma'am. From day one, we had an agreement that we were going to stay in touch. We're going to FaceTime the way technology is now. We were going to figure it out and make it work for the best of us. And to my knowledge, Prince said that he lost his phone. So with that being said, I felt as if he should have took the initiative to reach out via social media, anything, like find me. Like, I'm very well known, very well approachable, and it's not that hard.
And you're not gonna make me believe that any adult is going to be without a phone for 3 months. You're never gonna make me believe that. So
the fact that he didn't blink when they made that statement lets me know he was lying. This man wanted to go off grid. Probably didn't want to talk to his lady and wanted to have some fun with his man them and just enjoy life.
let me turn over here to Mr. Boateng. What happened? Why did you go ghost for 3 months?
Your Honor, I lost my phone in the flight. Upon arrival, there was no means for me to get in touch with my girlfriend, Chantel.
You didn't have her phone number?
No, Your Honor, I don't have it offhand.
Okay, so in other words, you just had her number saved in the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you aware of social media? There's Twitter, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's all kinds of stuff. You know how to find her on those. You can go to any public library, anywhere. Excuse me, I'm really good at this.
Sorry.
You can go anywhere and log into social media. And I've been to Ghana, so I know that Ghana is a beautifully industrialized country. So I know they have resources over there. Why didn't you do that, sir?
Your Honor, she knows I'm not too much good with internet and computing. He knows about it. She knows about it. I'm not good at computing, so...
Prince is lost like his cell phone, trying to convince us that the judge, being double his age, is more computer savvy than he is. The funny thing is, he really thinks what he's saying makes sense.
I couldn't be able to reach her through that medium, and then I happened to find a means to get in touch with her after. Then ever since then, we always FaceTime ourselves, and I keep her updated about everything I do in Ghana.
Your Honor, he could have sent a letter. He could have just easily went to Google. I'm a very well-known, entrepreneur. All he had to do was type my business name into a search bar, and it would have been that. He could have sent a smoke signal, contacted me, an email, anything.
Okay.
This girl said he could have sent a smoke signal. How are you supposed to see this smoke signal all the way from Ghana?
Okay, so I'm going to assume he wasn't trying to reach you in those 3 months since he did not reach you. What else?
So before he actually reached out and did give me a call, I made a purpose to try to reach some of his family members that were local to us. I even sent a note to a family member with my number and all of my contact information, still with no insight or no response at all.
Ms. Anderson, how long had you all been dating at the time Mr. Boateng went away to Ghana?
It would have been 2 years. He actually missed our anniversary as well.
Really? So you all had been in a real relationship for 2 years before he went on this business trip or this family trip?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Boateng, you're going to have to explain that one because I would think you had abandoned me also, sir.
I must say it's not really a big deal.
Like, how are you going to forget the anniversary? And secondly, I understand that most people these days don't have phone numbers memorized, but how come she could contact your family member locally, but you couldn't pass on a message through your family to her?
I mean, not really a big deal as in not contacting her, but I tried, to use other means to get in touch with her. And when I did, she could testify that I was always on FaceTime with her and tell her about my activity and everything,
What were you doing during those first 42 days?
I went for a family meeting with my grandparents.
Not a big deal.
So obviously Ms. Anderson expected you to be in touch with her. After those 42 days, did you feel like that communication had been reestablished?
I did not, Your Honor, because the day that he did initially give me a call on the WhatsApp, it was video call. I anticipated the conversation for too long, but not that big of a deal. Like, I don't understand. It was 42 days. When you're in an established relationship, if I was to go do a job and not contact him until the next morning, it would be an outrage because that's what you do as normal adults who are in relationships. You communicate. I don't know what's going on with you for the past 42 days. With myself, I felt very alone. I felt, again, abandoned. He missed a lot of key highlight moments in my life as well as my career.
Chantel feeling neglected by Prince is justifiable. And he's saying that it's not a big deal to not talk to someone that he's with for 42 days. It's obscene to me. He gives an impression that he doesn't care or doesn't care much about her.
Take you back in our relationship, a couple months before his birthday, he had a trip planned already previously with some guy friends of his to go to Dubai. And
sounds like fun.
Yes. And on the return of that trip, we were supposed to take a trip as well to Puerto Rico to celebrate his birthday. 3 days before he was supposed to return back to the United States from Dubai, I got diagnosed with COVID and tested positive. So we had communication then. I made him aware of that situation. We did have to cancel our trip to Puerto Rico. So he extended his trip to Dubai by another 2 weeks. Within 3 days of him letting me know that he was extending his trip, we lost communication again. So due to changing hotels or locations, in his words, it was the technology miscommunication that didn't allow us to video chat, only message, which I felt that to be bizarre and unforeseen, and that made me very insecure where we were in our status.
I understand that. Mr. Boateng, again, sounds like you are just technically challenged, sir.
Yes, ma'am. And when I got there, I didn't have the Dubai SIM card. So literally what I use is the Wi-Fi in the hotel. So anytime I step out, I don't have service. And when I come back to the hotel, I reach her. We talk. I text her all the time. And sometimes when I go out to sightseeing and all that, I don't take the phone with me because I don't want to lose it. But I make sure anytime I come back to the hotel, Your Honor, I reach her. I call her and I text her all the time.
But Mr. Boateng, was this before or after the Ghana trip that we had this Dubai incident?
It was before, and then after that, I went for the Ghana trip.
Yes, before you disappeared on me, Prince. Like, you left.
No.
Yes.
Chantel,
you extended your trip.
Chantel,
for extra weeks.
No.
So wait a minute. From what I understand, you all had a trip planned to Puerto Rico.
Yes. And due to me testing positive,
that is when I'm back from my trip from Dubai.
Okay.
And we canceled I had to cancel the trip because I tested positive with COVID.
So here's my question. If she had not tested positive for Puerto Rico, wouldn't you have been coming back earlier?
Yes, ma'am, I was coming back. She made me know from Dubai that she have COVID.
So you said I might as well just stay right here in Dubai and hang.
Then whatever I was doing right there with my friends.
So it doesn't matter. But then within those days, knowing that I was going to test negative, in a couple of days, you should have came home. You should have made a point to reach out to me.
We still talk to each other all the time when I'm in the hotel.
Yes, but that's only when you're in the hotel, Prince. But it wasn't video. It was only message.
I don't have SIM card to Dubai SIM card.
But you could have figured it out. You could have used.
Prince was out there being a city boy. Nah, he was out there having too much fun, being in Dubai, splurging, trying to finesse.
Wi-Fi.
I always call her on
With the
FaceTime.
lack of respect, that was no communication because there was no videos, Prince. There were only
Chantel,
messages.
you know that. I
There were
always
only
call
messages.
her.
You never videoed me.
Okay,
You never
just
videoed
so
me.
that I am clear, Miss Anderson,
Yes, Your Honor.
there was no video chatting while he was in Dubai. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Mr. Boateng, was there video chatting?
Yes, ma'am. It was video chatting.
Okay, so now we are in the middle of a he say, she say. Okay, we're not going to resolve that because unless I was in that hotel room with you, clearly this is a lack of communication. These are the abandonment issues, Miss Anderson, that you have
Yes.
with Mr. Boateng. I heard you say earlier that there's no respect for your job either.
Correct, Your Honor. Being an expert mixologist, you know, I have to be able to read my customers and greet them, and not in a flirtatious way, but just be very receiving.
Do you make your living primarily at that?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you successful?
I am very successful.
As a matter of fact, you're pretty well known with clients in your business. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. He respects the fact when I am able to do something and he's able to benefit from it, maybe I should say.
What do you mean?
So, for example, last year I had a client that actually flew us out on a private jet. We flew from New York to Los Angeles. I took him for a little sightseeing, as I've been there several times. We dined at some of the most amazing places, and it was very beneficial for my career as well as our relationship at the time.
And so you basically got the hookup, and in my circle of friends, we always say whoever got the hookup got to hook everybody else up.
Correct.
So you
Yes,
hooked your man up.
Yes, ma'am.
So here's my question, Mr. Boateng. Did you have a good time?
My lord, and this is where it comes in. This is where I support her with her career. Because she called me on the last minute when I'm back from the road tired, and I still made the trip happen. That should tell her that I support her career. And
Mr.
whatever she
Boateng,
does.
I'm gonna
That's
tell you, I
vacation
just
for
met
him.
Miss Anderson today. If Miss Anderson called me on the phone tonight after I get off work and says, I got the opportunity, we got a private jet waiting, they want to fly
Right.
us out for the weekend, they're gonna hook us up with all the hotels, we're gonna have all the restaurants that you like out in Los Angeles, you feel like rolling? I might try to go too.
I may want to go too.
Okay. Okay, so for real, Mr. Boateng, that doesn't sound like that was real hard on you.
It wasn't,
That
Your
actually
Honor.
sounded like it was a good thing.
In other words, Marijuana, I try to always support her with her lifestyle and with her career. You know, the thing is, Chantel is all into this social media thing, and that is not helping our relationship because, for instance, when I come from the road, I'm tired, and let's go out to have a private dinner and all that. She wants to post everything on social media. She posts food that we eat when you go for dinner, some pictures of, you know, her body out and all that, and I thought it's not right. I don't really like that.
Prince is just gaslighting and contradicting himself. It was never too much when you were enjoying the benefit that came from her work, when you sat on the jet, went to those fancy restaurants and took those pictures. But whenever she has a desire to take any other pictures on you guys' outing, now you're going to say it's too much, that she's always on social media. But any other time that benefits you, it's fine. Make it make sense, man.
As far as anything with social media, he's making me feel like maybe he has a double life now because he's saying that he sees my social media, and he knows when I'm posting, which I'm not. I do send him exclusive pictures sometimes, but things that I would never post on social media. He must obviously see it on his own, so why weren't you contacting me if you know how to touch my social media?
She's doing a really good job cross-examining you, so I don't have to ask any questions, because that is a very good question.
Your Honor, those are the pictures she personally showed to me on her phone.
Oh, so you didn't find it, she showed it to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Boateng, you and I are never going to agree on this social media. I think there's a little something nefarious going on, but let's just go on. How is the intimacy between the two of you? Mr. Boateng?
Your Honor,
Well, first, he only sees me every 2 to 3 weeks, so that's a start.
no, I see you every other week, and that's what she knows about me before we got into this relationship. I was a truck driver before I met her.
How do you address that, Miss Anderson?
Well, Your Honor, first, let me just go back to saying that him being a truck driver, I do give him the little bit of lenience of, you know, coming to be able to see me once in a while. But I accepted that because that is his career. But he also needs to accept that when we go certain places, some places we're invited. I get invited by clientele. I create signature cocktail menus for restaurants and establishments. Yes, that's part of my job to advertise, to promote that, especially if it's an establishment where I have a partnership with.
That's a part of your work.
Yes, but even on a personal matter, I mean, yes, we love to, and for the fact that we don't get to have these dates only sometimes. Yes, I love to be able to Snapchat or take a picture and post my, experiences.
That is where you are wrong, Chantal. When we have our private moment together, I've been on the road for a long time. I'm back. I want to spend quality moment with
Prince,
you.
2 seconds?
You have to just
I'm
spend
happy
time
that I
with
get
me.
to flaunt what my man is doing for me. Is that a problem? I am 2 seconds?
No.
One at a time, please.
Okay.
Mr. Boateng, is there a reason why you don't want yourself to be posted on her social media?
She have me on her social media, Your Honor.
Okay.
She have posted me. The one on the private jet, she posted it.
You keep saying, I'm worried that he's leading a double life.
Yes.
I need you to explain that for me.
Well, I feel that, with the love that we do have and, the things we've discussed about marriage and our future, I understand that he does have his green card, but I'm not 100% sure if it's the citizenship he's looking for. At one point in our relationship, I never questioned that because of the love and loyalty we have for each other. But with these abandonment issues and these back and forth trips that are long and inconsistent, I don't know, it's just mind-blowing.
Mr. Boateng, you heard what Ms. Anderson said?
Your Honor, Miss Chantal Anderson asked me, let's go get married so that you don't need to go through all these formalities of going to pay for citizenship fee and going for the test. I said no. The problem we are facing right now, Your Honor, is Miss Chantal Anderson here, she knows, right? She's temperamental, she has anger issue, and that's what we are talking about here, and she doesn't want to leave the past.
I don't hear anger issues. I hear insecurity because of a lack of trust.
We communicated about this. He's never taken me to Ghana. I've never met a lot of his family. So, of course, those insecurity issues are there.
Your Honor, I have my reason to that. With her anger issue and the way she's bossy. So I'm looking at all these things before I present her to my family, because I'm from a royal family, and they will assess her on all those things.
This is very clear. There's a culture clash here.
Yes, ma'am.
What you want is not this man. This man is never going to give you what you want. He's never going to make you secure because the manner in which he conducts his life is the manner in which he conducts his life. I make no judgment on the way you could conduct your life, Mr. Boateng. But this disappearing act is going to happen. Mr. Boateng, you might need the kind of wife that's going to fit into that neat little box that works for you, that allows you to go off when you need to go off and do what you need to do. Lose your phone, don't have your phone, communicate, don't communicate. It's never going to be Miss Anderson. Miss Anderson, you might want somebody that can flow with you and roll with you and make you a part of their life and be excited about being in your life. It's not Mr. Boateng. Sometimes it's better to just cut your losses and say, this does not work.
So, what do you think about this situation? Is Chantel right to be suspicious, or should she trust Prince and his explanation? Share your thoughts and experience in the comments below. If you found this video intriguing and want to stay updated on more relationship drama, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon to stay informed. Thanks for watching. Peace.